talking extremely bad about all the women for the streets, and you've now found a way to relate with that story, and you lump your ex into it, right? And then you go and then you present yourself. Maybe you drop the babies off. She can feel the energy because we're human beings. We're also spirits, and we have incredible radar for bullshit. And no matter how, she can feel it, right? She can feel it, and guess what? She will multiply, and vice versa. Even if you're a woman, you need to learn how to speak well of the people in your life, even if they're not perfect. I think we're another person with your own stupid rhetorics, limited rhetorics, your own belief system, but you don't understand that it's actually much more powerful to lead with value. That's called influence. It's much more powerful to lead with value than to lead with just something you see as value. Because when I say value, then you have to pay attention to the fact that value is in the eyes of the beholder, right? It's the same. That's again, it goes back to the topic of today. I own you. You really don't own anybody, including your own children. You don't. You just don't own anybody. So I don't care how much bride price you paid, right? I don't care. Like, let me just make sure. Okay. I don't care how much bride price you paid. I don't care how much dowry you paid. You don't own anybody. Okay? And that's what Shaquille is trying to say here. Like, listen, I could have, but this guy is busy saying it takes two because, again, he's trying to play the fairness game. Now, there are contexts. Keep me in context. There's a context where, yes, it will absolutely take two. Once you start to feel like you're pouring out of an empty cup, it's a feeling. Okay? If you feel like you're pouring out of an empty cup, it's usually an indication that you haven't taken care of yourself. You don't have enough self-confidence. You don't have self-respect. You don't have self-love. You've become a doormat, right? And if you start to feel that way, then you're just being you're only coming from a place of Mr. Nice Guy, and that's not going to work out either, right? But if you can find a space in your head where you realize, nah, this is family. This is my wife. I'm the leader. So if there's a temporary situation where I have to lead the way, where to a lame ass person on the outside, it may look like I'm subjugating myself, right? If I can find my way to say, hey, listen, I'm in control here. Let me lead. Let me hear what you have to say. Let me make sure she gets everything she has to say out. That's one of the problems with a lot of people. They don't know how to let people get everything out, right? They need to say something. I need to say something too. Can I speak? Can I speak? And then you end up in a toxic argument with her. Then you lose because you're right, right? So yes, you could be right, but you still lost the game, right? And that's the part I'm trying to play out. And that's what Shaquille is trying to say here, right?
People that involved in divorce, bro.
Yeah, but no, I never talked about this, and I'm glad you guys are asking because I don't mind talking about this. But I was bad. She was awesome. She really was. It was.
She was awesome. A lot of men don't know how to speak about their ex-wife like this. They said, but what if she's not really awesome? You're missing the point. Again, you're trying to play equal. You're trying to be right. You need to be honest, right? But you're effectively losing. You're forgetting that you are a powerful and influential person if you know how to use it, right? You're probably focused on the worst part about that relationship. Okay? If you just take accountability, right? If you take responsibility and you do like a little inventory and then you focus on the best part about her, you may just be able to find yourself in a place where you say, actually, she wasn't that bad. And then you can easily switch, because it's all perspectives at the end of the day. It's all perspective. And you have the power to attach meanings to the events that happen in your life. You do have that power, right? You can either say that person was an evil person, or you can say, oh, that person, yeah, we're just not a fit. She was a good person, but we're just not a fit. You could change all that all you want. It just depends on your outlook and perspective on life. And whatever you chose can actually determine your future, can determine how you move into the future. And these are sizable books. They're minimum 200 pages. You can download them absolutely for free by simply going to, for example, this one, you just go to getmymarriageback.com, smartrealestatewholesaling.com, realestatemoneysecrets.com. So yes, I am a 3 times author. Those books are out there for your consumption, and they are also available everywhere on Amazon, anywhere that you pick up books. So in case you prefer a physical book like that, okay, you have the power to determine the meaning of the events that happen in your life, right? You have that power, right? There's some of them that's just outright, blatantly, nah, this is what it is. For the most part, it's not that case. For the most part, it's actually perspectives. It's something you could literally switch and say, nah, she's a good person. And I tell you, find your way. If you are a divorcee, find your way to the good part about that, because you married them. There was something that you really liked about them, and focus in on that and speak well of your ex. It multiplies back and it comes right back at you. I promise you. This is not me asking you to take the higher road. No, this is me telling you to engage your power. This is completely a power play. Okay? You need to find your way out of that space where you're speaking very negatively about your ex. It will hurt you. You will hurt yourself. What's going on? Owolabi, my brother. Thank you so much, man. Thank you for stopping by. This means a lot for you to stop by, because yeah, man, my guy, you know I'm a fan, so thank you so much. So many people out here giving relationship advice that just makes you feel good without taking action. Yeah, exactly. Absolutely. I saw your comment, by the way, on the other video. Absolutely. That's exactly what I'm saying. Like, I'm not here to make you feel good. I'm here to give you the power to take control of your own life, right? In the temporary, it may not feel as good, because let's be frank, somebody may have taken your heart and pull it out and stomp all over it. Yes, I agree, that may have happened. But if you dwell in that place, right? Listen, you may have been a victim. That's what I'm saying, right? But if you dwell in that place, meaning you continue to perpetually play the victim, you will hurt yourself even more. Because the way it works is completely influence. It's power and influence. It's power and influence. That's how this whole thing is not fair. Life, no balance. Okay, stop looking for balance. Stop looking for fairness, unless this is completely a business transaction, in which case it's an open marketplace and you have options. But once you involve the heart, either now, in the past, or in the future, especially if you have kids with this person, the last thing you want to do is to start playing the victim and start saying things like, nah, she was just an evil person, or find yourself in an echo chamber where they're rubbing salt on your injury. I don't know, maybe it's sugar, whatever, right? Let me stop with the comparison. But you get the point, right? Where they're making you feel good about yourself, but you're not really working. You're not looking in the mirror. You're not taking responsibility for your own life.
Oh, me, I was just, look, we don't need to talk about what I was doing, but I wasn't.
No, why should you wait until you're 55? I don't know how old Shaquille is. Why? Why can't you do that when you're 32 as a divorcee? Why can't you say, you know what? Fuck that. I made a mistake. You know what? Yeah, I subscribe to that relationship too. I made a choice to be in it. She was a good person. I bought into something, but you know, I saw some other side, it wasn't compatible, but she's a great person. If you say that behind her, you say that to her face, I'm telling you, you have a lot more power than you do think you have right now. But if you go into an echo chamber where they're talking extremely bad about all the women for the streets, and you've now found a way to relate with that story, and you lump your ex into it, right? And then you go and then you present yourself, maybe you drop the babies off. She can feel the energy, because we are human beings, we're also spirits, and we have incredible radar for bullshit. And no matter how, she can feel it, right? She can feel it, and guess what? She will multiply, and vice versa. Even if you're a woman, you need to learn how to speak well of the people in your life, even if they're not perfect. I think we're